Hey, book lovers, welcome back to Shelf Addiction, the podcast where we dive deep into the pages of thriller and fantasy reads. I'm your host, Tamara, and today we are doing something very different. We are exploring several series, and we're going to talk about them, and we're going to make some decisions on what we're going to read for the rest of the year in the fantasy series episodes. So you want to stick around and see all the reasonings of why we're going to pick what we're going to pick. And you can also feel free to leave comments and let us know if we're making a huge mistake or not. But first, a quick heads up. If you crave the full visual experience and want to ditch the ads, head on over to our Patreon. You'll unlock ad-free video episodes, exclusive after shows, and other bonus content. Spotify listeners, premium content is available there as well. Want even more bookish banter? Join our community over on the Book Clubs app. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you're listening. Speaking of community, I'm thrilled to welcome back my fantasy series bestie and co-host, Casey from Heartful of Ink. Welcome back, Casey.
Hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here today. I mean, I'm always excited to be here, but today's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited you're here as well. This is something we've not done before.
Not to this extent. We've kind of done this, but like in the after shows or on our own.
We've never sampled 30%. I don't think we've ever went that far.
We have not, no.
And we sure as hell never read a whole book.
Yeah, no, this is definitely new.
Yeah. So this is going to be a hodgepodge of things. All of our regular standard, go-to fantasy romance genre. So don't expect anything too far off the beaten path there. But yeah, so you guys, go ahead, click all the links below. You can find both Casey and myself. So follow us, do all the things. We appreciate you for doing it. And don't forget, leave us comments. I would love to hear your opinion on this. And we should just jump right on in. We're not going to give our usual spiel because we have too many books. And it's too much data. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? But we are going to try to keep it spoiler free. We're not going to give any plot twist on the books that we finished, because if we read them later, then obviously we don't want to spoil anything in this episode. So, all right, where should we start?
Do you want to pick your first pick?
Sure. Okay, so now we're going to start with the 30%ers, I guess. So these are the two series that we picked to kind of sample. So we didn't think that the sample size given from the publisher was enough. So we went 30%, hoping to get a good grasp of because I feel like we've been tricked before. That's why we decided.
We have.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first up is The Wolf King by Lauren Palfreman. Hopefully I said that name right. Who knows? So this is Shifter, Werewolf.
Wolf Shifter, fantasy romance.
Yeah, so let me try to read the synopsis. Usually this is Casey's job, so we'll see how I do. When a princess is kidnapped by an alpha, war rages between the humans and the wolves, but soon forbidden attraction starts to grow. Princess Aurora longs to escape the castle and the marriage that has been arranged for her, but on the night before her wedding, at a dogfight where captured wolves are made to fight for sport, she spares the life of a young wolf. It puts her on the radar of the powerful alpha who was going to kill him, and it changes everything. That night, when the alpha escapes, he kidnaps her and takes her to the rugged lands north of the border, where the once warring werewolf clans are beginning to unite. He thinks that she is the key to winning the war against the humans. Only as they spend time around one another, forbidden attraction starts to grow, and as Aurora learns that not all wolves are bad, the alpha discovers that she is in danger from both his enemies and those he once considered friends. With monsters on both sides, a bloodthirsty war between humans and wolves raging, and an undeniable passion growing between them, will their story end in love or tragedy? So this has been recommended. I had you guys a post on TikTok where I asked for shifter series that people love. And this one was recommended no less. I mean, there was almost 1,000 comments on there. And this one was recommended no less than probably 100 times.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and people co-signing and saying it's so good, it's so good. So that's what got this one on my radar, and of course, the cover art's fun. I'm like, "Okay,
Mhm,
cool, let's give it a
mhm.
try." So, what did you think, Casey?
It was very cute, but very predictable in this 30 like, every cliche you could possibly imagine, every trope, everything right down to the she's staring at the mountains and says, "It's so beautiful," and he says, "Yes, it is," while he's staring at her face, and, like, it's really cute, but
Yeah,
nothing about it was screaming for my attention. Like, I knew exactly what was coming, I knew exactly what was happening. There was nothing bad about that, like, I don't wanna say anything. The only nitpicky thing I have were some of the names, and I know
okay.
this is a me thing. This is me being super nitpicky, but there was a wolf named Kylie or Kaylee, but spelled
Mhm,
with the Leigh, and I was like, "Are we in the South again?"
mhm,
Because I only see this name, on Facebook,
mhm,
not in fantasy novels. And then there was the badass assassin wolf named Blake, and I was
mhm.
like, I can't with the Blake. My god, please tell me he's not gonna become a main character, but he is because, he's the badass wolf who's sitting off in the corner by himself. Like, no.
You
No,
know,
I can't.
that character kind of was giving me the Littlefinger vibes from Game of Thrones. You know, the character that's, like, in the corner plotting, like, "I know the secrets, I'm gonna" I felt like,
Oh,
"Okay, who
definitely.
is
No, but
this?"
I was like, is he gonna turn into the next romance hero? Is
Uh-huh,
it gonna become a throuple or a wide choose, or is he gonna be his own whatever? And I was like, I can't with a Blake. I
okay.
just that's me nitpicking. Overall, like, it was really cute,
Yeah,
solid 3 stars for me, nothing good, nothing bad,
mhm.
but
So,
Blake.
I feel like the name didn't bother me too much, but I think I was in a really good mood when I
Mhm,
got into it. And I do agree that it was pretty obvious what was going on and what would happen. And it does follow the tropes pretty lockstep. So I
mhm,
agree. I don't think it would be a bad pick,
mhm,
but I feel like so also after I finished my 30%, I did a little bit more digging and I see there is like a little crowd of people out there that seem to think that the second book is where it's at. Like if you can make it to the second book,
mhm.
things like get exponentially better. So people are saying that. And we know I personally have experienced that myself. I experienced it with Red Rising. The first book was okay, it was
Yeah.
good, but it wasn't
Yeah,
all that. Second book, wow. I've
yeah,
experienced that with Akatar, as most people have. The first book, if I wasn't honestly, if I wasn't pushed to read the second book, I would have never done it. But the second
yeah.
book was really good. So I mean, it could be, but, we're hard on stuff, so maybe not. Maybe not for us. I don't know. It's a risk.
But overall, like, it's a solid choice.
Mhm. It's
We
a
pick up
safer
books
choice.
where chapter 1 is good, and then chapter 2, you're like, "Oh, no. We
Yeah.
should have read chapter 2." By
Yeah.
this one, 30% in, we're like, "Yeah, we know this. This is good. This is solid."
It's a
I
comfortable
would hope it
story.
would go up to, like, a 4 star, but, like, I don't like, it's a good solid 3 star.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about it.
Yeah, and I mean, assuming there's at least 1 or 2 twists in there, and
Mhm.
honestly, that description, that synopsis, I feel like it told a lot in
Oh,
there.
yeah. It told the whole plot, and I kind of figured that, she has red hair, she heals really fast.
Mm.
The Blake guy already knows who she is, and her mother was from somewhere north-ish, if I
Mhm.
remember correctly. Like, it's all laid out in the book already. It's laid out in the blurb.
I think my biggest concern, unless they're gonna pull a ACOTAR and change the love interest. So Callum, I
Mhm.
still don't really love him as a hero. I
Oh, yeah,
think
he's
he's
so
kinda
bland.
boring. Yeah, I don't love it. Maybe the author can convince me later to love him, but, like, as a book boyfriend type or a wolf, he's like not it's not it for me. It's not like
Yeah,
grabbing
he
me
was
like
so cliche alpha wolf.
yeah.
Like you said, it was the lock stop, every single cliche, every single trope, and he just, like, fit that so perfectly
Mhm.
that he is ultimately completely forgettable,
Yeah.
unless something happens later, you know, past this 30% mark that makes him really stand out. But
Forgot his
right now,
name.
where
That's
we're
really cool.
at, he was it. Like, that was not.
Yeah. Well, so okay, so I'm not anti, but I'm not gung ho.
Yeah.
We'll make a decision. We'll come back to that. Let's marinate on it a little while, I think.
Yes.
I really I really wanted a yes, this is it. But I mean, I'm trying to remember what my initial reaction was when I first read it. It's been so long. Let me go back and try
You
to find
texted
my
me and
text
said it was
message.
really cute. Yeah.
Let's see. I like it. I would have actually kept going. There's a lot of potential. Typical. I said it's not boring or slow, but I just said it was typical world building, and I actually like the characters so far.
Mhm.
This is a safe one. So I still feel like, with the exception of me saying now it's boring and I didn't before. So a month later, I'm saying it was
Mhm.
boring,
Boring. And
and
I
right
think
when I
that's just
finished
because,
it,
like, you've forgotten it, and, like,
mhm,
because it was like, there was action, there was fighting, there was a little bit of violence, they
mhm,
traveled, and, like, that's the 30% we got to. So
mhm,
I'm hoping, like, there's more action, there's more political whatever, there's more drama, and they said, the wolves find out, and then they fight, and blah, 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 blah.
hmm.
So.
Okay. That's sad when half my opinion changed. Anyway, all right, let's put that on the shelf. Let's continue
Mhm.
to the next one. Our next pick is
Bewitched by Laura Thalassel. Thalassa?
Thalassa.
Thalassa.
That sounds about right.
I think so. So I suggested this one because we were looking for something different. It is a trilogy, or was a trilogy, because I think there's like a novella or something coming out, or was out. I don't know. Yeah, no. So I picked this because I just thought it might be different. And let me read the blurb. At age 20, Celine Bowers desperately hopes to be accepted into Henbane Coven, an academy for young witches. Since one of the requirements for entry is to connect with her powers via a quest through the wilderness, Celine books a trip to South America. When a nefarious supernatural forces tries to drag her plane from the sky, Celine's magic awakens to save her life, at a cost. Using her powers devours her memories, one by one. Worse, when Celine braves the jungle and discovers the source of the attack, she finds herself awakening an ancient evil, Memnon the Cursed, who mistakes Celine for his long dead wife, the wife who betrayed him. Celine manages to escape and begins her studies at Henbane, but when Memnon turns up at the coven and witches are found dead across campus, Celine becomes entangled in a dangerous plot. Accused of the murders on the basis of her memory loss, Celine must rely on Memnon's help for answers, and his plan for her will change everything.
Okay, this one. Okay, you knew this author? Is that how you picked her or found
No,
her?
I've just seen her on TikTok. People recommend her other series a lot.
Okay. So I think for this one, now that you read that recap, this one came back to me because there were things I actually laughed out loud about in this one.
Mhm.
So I kind of thought it was wild how Miss Horrible, she's got memory loss like going
Mhm.
on. And she's going to fly across the world to do what she needs to do to get into this school. And it
Mhm.
just turns into the wildest ride.
Craziest ride.
Yeah. And she finds a familiar, which is very interesting. And I'm like, you gonna bring that thing home and it's in your small ass dorm room or whatever? I'm like, girl, it's kind of funny. And then the whole time as she is traipsing through the freaking forest or whatever, and something
Mhm.
is calling her, I'm like, don't answer it. And she goes in there, I'm like, don't open that. And she does it. I'm like,
She does it anyway. Yes, it was very horror movie where you're screaming, "No, don't do it," and she does it
Yeah,
anyway, and you're just like, "God damn it."
right. Like, what in the hell? Why did you think this was a good idea? You are stuck on stupid. That's what I felt
Mhm,
about her.
mhm.
So I don't know if I would be more frustrated by her character or entertained because she keeps doing things. I'm like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I got that feeling too, but I was more entertained than frustrated. I don't know if I would
Hmm.
be frustrated later on because, again, this was only like the first 30%. And I was like, okay, you're quirky. I like that you're losing your memory. And I like that we're talking about, the cost of that. Because sometimes when people are like, oh, I lost my memory in this bargain or whatever, when you're bargaining with the Fae, they just pass it off as like one memory. It doesn't matter, but here, she's like, I have to write down sticky notes and I have 8 million sticky notes and I need to remember this and I need to remember that.
Hmm.
And I thought that was just really interesting and different from most characters that we see and deal with.
Yeah, it is
But you're
different.
right. It was very much, oh my God, girl, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't touch him. Don't go in the dark.
Yeah.
Don't open the sarcophagus. Don't do it. And then she did it.
Don't do the spell. What are you
Yeah, don't
doing?
do the spell. What are you doing? Don't walk into the shadows. Don't
Yeah,
touch him. Yeah,
the
and
whole
then she did it
time.
all. The whole time.
Yeah, my goodness. I don't know. That just seemed kind of ridiculous. And then before it, and I guess I kind of like that that part didn't drag on because before we even get to the 30%, we're back. We're
Yeah,
back.
we're back in school, we're
Yeah,
in classes, we're in the dorm room, and
yeah,
then somebody's murdered. And I was
yeah.
like, "Okay, so she's keeping the pace really
Hmm.
tight." And I
Hmm.
appreciated that a lot.
Yeah. And just when she thought she left whatever back in the forest,
Benny shows up.
talking to her, like, what you talking to? And it's actually kind of interesting that, of course,
Mhm,
they have her look like someone he thinks he knows.
mhm,
So I'm like,
mhm, mhm.
I can see
Very
where this is
interesting.
going. I could,
Of course.
yeah,
Of course. She had the sex dream about him and everything. We
yeah,
know where this is gonna end up.
yeah, yeah. Very. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. Again, I had a good
Same.
time with it right at that
Mhm,
point.
mhm,
And I think, okay, so if I had to compare right now in this
mhm.
moment how I feel about this book versus The Wolf
The
King, I
wolf.
would pick this one.
Interesting.
I
I would
would.
too,
Yeah.
but I would've picked the opposite for you. I would have assumed
Really?
you'd prefer the wolf one.
Mm-mm. Just from like
Interesting.
because
Yeah,
I like this one came right back to me.
good. Okay,
The
that's high praise from
Yeah,
you.
and I read them both, like, within the same couple of days, so
Yeah,
it's just as old in my
yeah.
memory. I just think it's because The Wolf King is so familiar and
Mhm. It's so typical. It's
yeah.
so cliché and tropey, which
Mhm,
is great. We love those tropes for a reason,
mhm,
but it makes it ultimately forgettable, whereas
yeah,
this is so different. You're like, "Oh, yeah, this
mhm,
crazy girl lost her memories, and
yeah,
she had to do all the sticky notes, and she did all the bad choices."
like a young, stupid girl. So either, like I said, either we're gonna really grow to really like her and she's gonna be
Mhm,
badass, or is she gonna be annoying as hell through by the end of
mhm.
this book. I don't know which one. It's a toss-up.
It is a toss-up, because there were a couple times where she was like, "I'm using so much magic, and I'm just gonna keep using magic because whatever." And I was like, "Girl, should you? Should you try and ration it and maybe not lose all your memories?"
Yeah, like, do you really, really need to use
Mhm,
magic right now?
mhm. I'm hoping that, like, with her familiar panther and then the relationship with the sexy mummy man, she gets to keep her memories later, like, that would be a good thing
Yeah.
that I would appreciate in the story,
Like,
but
maybe if something is unlocked in her memory that opens
mhm,
up the thing wide and she just can remember
mhm.
everything,
Or, like, if she had
or
been cursed and that's why she's losing her memories and then she finds a way to undo the curse, like,
mhm.
that would be really interesting, and I would really appreciate that in a story,
Yeah.
as opposed to somebody who's like, "Well, I'm just gonna clean this boat and lose a memory, it's fine."
Yeah, because I don't think I would wanna read 3 books of someone who keeps losing memories,
Yeah.
so the author's gotta do something about that in the first book, I think.
Mhm. Or the beginning of the second book.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
What a good cliffhanger. "Oh my god, I remember!" That'd be a great cliffhanger.
Yes.
Like, "What? How?
What? How
Why?"
do I remember?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that would be really interesting and a good that would keep me very entertained with this story. And
Mhm.
that's my only, like, thing is, like, if she is this loose with her magic, I don't know if that's the right word, but if she's this loose with it and losing memories all the time and then constantly like, "I don't know if I talked to you yesterday. Did I actually do this yesterday? What did I do yesterday?"
Mhm.
Especially now that she's, like, in the coven, in the school, learning magic, and she's gonna be using magic on a daily basis.
That
I
could get
don't want her losing
exhausting.
yeah, that would get really exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel confident that the author will do something about that. You've got to.
Mhm.
Do not drive us crazy,
Yeah.
please. Huh. Okay, so that's interesting. We both would pick the same
Mhm.
out of those
Absolutely.
2.
We're on the same page here.
Look at
I like it.
that.
Look at us.
Yeah. Actually, this would be a great time to take a break because when we come back, we have 2 more books to talk about, but we
Mhm.
actually read more of these books than 30%. So we can dig in and see how we feel about these. By listening to these commercials, you are supporting the podcast. We appreciate you for doing it. Click around, do the things, check out the book review journal available on Amazon, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Before we dig into the book specifically, I did want to say it was a
Mhm.
journey for me to find my book that I was going to
Mhm.
commit to
Okay.
because I tried so many, and I'll just run the list of things. So I had a little help from Gemini, and I was cussing this AI out because it couldn't follow directions. So the parameters I gave it were I want an adult or new adult, completely finished series, 4 or 5 books
Mhm.
max, and
Mhm.
completely finished, and it couldn't do it. And then I also said, as it kept giving me things, I kept giving it more instruction and more details because it was like swinging so left.
So wildly.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, that's wrong. So it did bring it down. And of course, one of the first things it spit back at me was the author we just got finished talking about. It was Laura
Thalassa.
Thalassa.
Thalassa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thalassa.
So I'm like, no, I don't know if I should do this because we just already did one by her. But this, I guess, a dark fantasy romance between a siren and the bargainer she owes countless favors to. So,
Okay.
and this, I think, is a spinoff. Oh, that was one of my things I said I didn't want. So as I
Mhm.
started asking questions about this, I said I want something that is in its own world that doesn't require us to read other series to understand what is going on in this
Mhm.
series. And so it was kicking back all kind of things that were interconnected. And I think this one is interconnected with another series, I think.
Okay.
But maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I trust it. So when that came up, I kind of investigated that one a little bit. I thought that looks different. I don't really love the cover art. Yeah, no, I just passed. I passed altogether because I had just read
Mhm.
Bewitched. And then,
Mhm.
so I was like, okay, that was interesting though. I'll save this for another time. So if I end up
Mhm.
really liking Bewitched, this is on my radar now.
Yeah.
So it's Rhapsodic, the first Bargainer book. Let us know if you've read this series, if you give it high praise. Like the first book has over 200,000 ratings. So people have read
Mhm.
this thing.
Mhm.
It's very
No,
popular.
she's a very popular author on TikTok.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, I started listening to the graphic audio of Pestilence last night because I was like, let me pick up something new. And then
Hmm.
my library was like, hey, here's this graphic audio. I think I like it better than Bewitched.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
So I'm only like 20% in, not the full 30%. And it is a graphic audio, so I was, like, fully immersed in this while I was
Okay.
washing the dishes.
So I gotta ask, did you check to make sure every book was available in graphic audio?
I saw all 4 book listed. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
they're all available yet, but I did see all of them listed in the graphic audio. I'm assuming they have regular audio too,
Let me just
'cause
do a quick check while you tell us
yeah.
about the book.
So, the premise of the series is that the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse show up, and this is all on page 1. They show up, and then, like, the world kind of crashes, so there's no more electricity, the internet goes out, and then they disappear, and humans are trying to, like, live and survive as they used to, but without electricity, without the internet, without other modern conveniences, etcetera, etcetera. So chapter 1 picks up 5 years later, and pestilence is back. And he, started in the Florida Keys and was just, like, making his way up the East Coast and into Canada, and we meet our heroine, who is a firefighter in this small town in Canada, and luck of the draw, she gets to stay behind and try and kill him.
Mhm.
So she tries. She thinks she succeeded. And then the next chapter, she finds out she failed. And
Hmm.
he is pissed because, he's this immortal being who was just almost murdered. So now he is torturing her, which is, not sexy. But she keeps thinking about how sexy he is. So we know where this is going.
Mhm.
But it was just really different and interesting, and I definitely was like, "Okay, I wanna keep listening to this. I wanna know where this goes."
Mhm. Hmm.
So I am fully invested. I was a little annoyed with the heroine, but not as much as, like, the other heroine with her memory loss. This one, I was like, "Okay, you are making dumb choices. You should, do this instead of that." But, she's being held captive and tortured and trying to escape, and sometimes she does escape, and then he heals her, and then he takes care of her and changes her bandages, and yeah, but also
So
he's still
she's
killing all of
human, or
humanity.
she's human or no?
She's human.
Uh-huh.
She's fully human. He is not. He is some kind of demon, like one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse demons. And so I think each book follows a different horseman and a
It
different,
does.
and then yeah. But
Yeah, it
I'm fully
actually
invested in this.
so it looks like all 4 books are available on graphic audio if you like that format, which is cool. Their cover art's a little different over here. They got the men's on here and, making pestilence, war, famine, and death look sexy.
I
So
mean, they're supposed to be super sexy because she's like, "Oh my god, he's so hot, but evil, and he's torturing me, but I can't stop looking at his abs, and oh my god, he's naked. Why is he naked?" And it was really funny.
okay, so how old is she? Do you
She's in her
know?
20s.
She's in her 20s. Okay. Hmm. And obviously, they're super old because they're the
Mhm.
4 horsemen.
Yes, yes. She
Okay.
was going in to get an English degree before the world shut down, and then the world shut down, so then she became a firefighter. So she is buff and fit and can run for miles and,
I like that.
yeah,
So she's a badass.
she is a badass. She's making dumb choices that I'm like, "Girl, no. He's an
Hmm.
immortal being. Don't do this.
Like, "Don't do it, girl."
Don't do it."
She like, "I did it."
Yeah, she's like, "I'm climbing down the side of this house and running away," and, like, he has a magical horse that's out there that could eat you. It does not eat her, but, like, I was yelling at her like, "Oh my god, think this through."
Mhm.
But
Okay,
yeah, no,
so
it was really good.
do you think I would like it?
I think you would. I do think you would. I don't know if we need to pick this now, but I think you would like it.
So, okay, so let's say we didn't pick it now. Did you like it so much you wanna keep reading it even if we don't pick it now?
Absolutely.
And you would reread it if we picked it later?
Absolutely, yeah.
Mhm.
But I like demons and that type of stuff. Like, I like books with demons.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, like, I liked it. So, I would definitely wanna finish this graphic audio. I definitely wanna, keep going.
Okay, well, I'm surprised you picked a graphic audio, but I think that's cool because actually Another book that I read about, I don't or listened to about, I don't know, 10 minutes of it, and I couldn't take it anymore, was a
Mhm.
graphic audio. I
Okay.
so I went through, like, 3 books before I got to my book. So the first book I
Mhm.
mentioned was not the book. It
Okay,
was,
yeah. A
one
book. Yeah.
a book that I investigated and discarded. So the next one that I investigated and discarded was Blood and Steel by Helen Schurer,
I haven't heard of
and
that one.
and that one was graphic audio, and it was just so ridiculous sounding to me. I was like, "Why does this girl sound like a child?" Like, I don't know, just something just rubbed me wrong. And
Mhm.
the story, it didn't sound bad exactly, but I couldn't do it. So I cut it off after 10 minutes. So attempted and failed, discard.
Mhm.
Then I also tried A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacia Stark. Now that one, I feel like could be something we look at later.
Yeah.
I was very interested in, like, is it Enemy to Lover, Slow Burn? And we can look at it later. So I just ultimately, I was like, this isn't horrible, but it just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is not what I wanted right now. I went back to AI and I said, give me something else. Just give me something that you
Mhm.
have not recommended. And please find me something that's SEO friendly too. I
Mhm.
added that. And they came back with The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen.
Okay.
So this, I said, okay, I don't know what this is about, but let's try. So I loved that it's like present day, because I think
Mhm.
that's one of the things I didn't really love about all the sampling I did. Like everything felt
Mhm.
old,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I don't think I'm feeling that. But this one, I was pleasantly surprised. So the heroine is 23 years old.
Mhm.
She is the office clerk for the Order of the Thieves. And in this world, she lives in San Francisco. And in this world, the gods are known and people pray to them and everything. And she has been cursed by Zeus when she was born. Zeus put a curse on her that she is unlovable.
Ooh, okay.
And so her whole life, she never really had like a core friend group, or, people never, not that people hated her, they just didn't pick her.
Okay.
So one day she's at this, the place where they pray to Zeus or whatever, and she's about to throw a rock. And the
Uh-huh.
guy's like, "Hey, you probably shouldn't do that." And it turns out that that was the king of the underworld, is Hades. Yeah. So she has an interaction with him, and she's like, "You might as well smite me now. I know you're gonna kill me." He's like, "No, I'm not." So essentially what happens is every year they do these games, and it's
Uh-huh.
giving Hunger Games. It's giving, but not like, it's like it has a little essence of that because people are
Okay.
watching the games.
Okay.
It's giving a little bit of, so competition as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
The games are so deadly, some people die.
Good.
The
Love a little violence.
Yeah, the gods are really mean about their games, so sometimes it's never as simple as what they say when you get in the game, so that's kind of
Mhm.
like a little twist. And the day of the games, when they're picking their people to stand up for them in the games, she gets picked. She gets picked
Very
by
Hunger Games
Hades, and
style.
she's like,
Okay.
"What the fuck? Why did you pick me? How the fuck? Why? 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 What is happening?" And so we're off to the races. There was one thing that bothered me about her character
Uh-huh.
that I don't wanna say say because it might be spoilery, but one thing that she consistently did throughout the entire games, I'm like, "Why is she doing that? Like, what in her is making her feel this way?" Like, I didn't grasp that fully. And I know I was rushing. I read this in like 2.5 days, basically.
Mhm.
So if upon a reread, I might catch it, but that one thing bothered me so bad. And then Hades is also, I mean, all the gods are good and bad, right? And that
Yeah.
comes across with every god she has interaction with.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. I like that, the writing's on the wall,
Mhm. Mhm.
about him and her. It's on the
Yep.
wall. I did not guess exactly how it would end, but I was not surprised at all. But I was like, oh, that was a slightly different twist than what I was expecting. I was
Okay.
expecting one thing and got something slightly different, which I'm happy with. We
Good.
did end on a cliffhanger.
Love it. I love a good cliffhanger.
Yeah, there was, I think, 2 1 2 spi like, 1.5 spicy scenes, and they were weak at best, so they were watered down, so that was
Mhm.
kind of disappointing, but I'm like, "Everyone can't write spice, we're not gonna get it," but who knows, maybe in the next book we'll get more
Mhm.
spicy time, you know?
I hope so.
And I know one thing I learned about Hades is that he smells like bitter chocolate over and over again. He smells like bitter chocolate.
Not bitter chocolate.
I'm like, "The hell? What does that smell like?" I'm like, "Okay." So, I mean, I swear I should have marked how many times the girl said he smelled like that. And not bitter chocolate and something else, just straight
Just
up bitter,
chocolate.
just bitter chocolate. I'm like, "Okay, girl." But it was fun, it was fun, and when I at the end of it, I kinda sat for a minute like, "What would I rate this?" Like,
Mhm.
I think I did end up giving it a 4, but I
Ooh,
really teetered between a 3 and the 4 because I don't do
okay.
halves. So I
Yeah.
think it's right borderline. I mean, if I did do halves, it would probably be a 3.5, it would. But
Okay.
I think I was being a little generous and tilted toward the 4 because
4.
I think that things could get more interesting.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was interesting. We had to deal with, you know how in Hunger Games you meet all these different players? That's
Uh-huh.
how it is in here. You meet a lot of different players because they are the representative for that god and they all play together, right?
Ooh,
So there's
okay.
a lot of that. Yeah, I liked it. And I thought, wow, this was so different from the other items that I was sampling,
Yes, yes.
which was really nice. I don't know. It just hit right in this moment in time. So
Mhm.
I would definitely recommend that we do this one. And it's only a trilogy, too. I
Uh,
think you will like it.
I love everything you just said,
Mhm.
but I'm on Amazon and book 3 doesn't come out until November.
I know. I saw that.
Okay. Okay.
So,
That
but
was my only concern.
yeah, we can't start that right away, but we could definitely do it this year. I did see that and I was like, again, the AI gave me something that was outside of my rules, but because I had to check it. I said, I got to check
Yeah.
your ass because you're always wrong. But when
Oh,
I saw it
yes.
was this year, I said, okay, we
Okay.
could still
Yes.
line it up appropriately. And
Mhm.
because it is not indie, the publisher is Entangled. There should be an audiobook available at the same time.
Mhm.
So, interesting that it's Entangled Red Tower, though. That's about right. That lines up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely would want to add this to something we either start this year or start at the top of next year. One or the
Perfect.
other cuz
Yes.
it's real I think it's just different and yeah, it
Mhm.
was kind of refreshing to me. I
Oh,
had a good
yeah.
time. I had a good time with it.
We definitely need different stuff, and that
Yeah.
sounds like it checks all the boxes. I just looked it up and I was like, "Oh, no, November. We can't start now."
Mm-mm, we cannot. So, I mean, I think that, it was enjoyable enough that whenever we do start, I would probably do a quick breeze through again. I
Mhm.
probably wouldn't listen to every single word, but,
Yeah.
just you'll
Just enough to remember. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely, that sounds great. Now I wanna read it.
Yeah. Okay, so who do you think had the best no, what did you say? You only got to, like, 20% though? So you
Mhm.
don't know how it ended or
No, I don't know how it ended, I don't know what happens, but I
Mhm,
am definitely intrigued enough, and it is checking a lot of your boxes, like, it is modern day, even though
mhm,
there's no internet and no electricity, but, like, there's houses and cars, and it's not fantasy world, so it's modern day, she's in her mid-20s, she's a badass, she's a fighter, she's not gonna take it laying down. And I normally don't listen to audiobooks, but I was really enjoying the graphic audiobook.
mhm,
So that I feel like that's a plus for you because
mhm.
I know you're a little more nitpicky than I am, but also I wouldn't tell you be like because she didn't sound like a child. She sounded
Okay.
like a grown ass woman,
Okay, that's
and
great.
she had her sarcastic voice, and you could tell when she was being sarcastic to herself, like, "Bitch, what are you doing right now?" Like it was really
Okay,
fun.
okay.
I don't know, like I do love a Hades Persephone story. The Hunger Games style sounds fun. This is kind of similar, like,
So,
violent
this is what's
demons.
interesting. Let me just tell okay, I can't say it because it's a spoiler, but Persephone is in this book, but it's not in the way you would think. It's different.
Mm.
It's
Ooh,
not
okay.
it's not like the traditional Hades Persephone story. It's very
Okay.
different.
I'm intrigued now.
Yeah, it's not what you would expect. I was like, "Oh, that's what they decided to do." Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what should we do? We gotta decide today on air.
Right
You guys
now.
right now, you guys are gonna see us make some choices, good for good or for bad. We gonna make these choices. We're gonna pick what we're
Okay.
gonna start next.
So we can't
Rain.
start the gods
No.
yet.
Right.
So they're off. Laura Thalassel, we have to pick one or the other. And then the Wolf King, is that out entirely?
It's not out entirely. It could
It's
totally
not?
go
Okay.
on to our 28 list if we want 27, not 28, 27,
Hmm.
2027
But
list.
we're not gonna do only Laura Thalassel for the rest of 2026.
No, see, this is okay. So your book, the one you picked, is 4 books long, right?
Yes.
So that would be July, August, September, October.
Mhm.
And then we could start Abigail Owen, which would be November,
November,
December,
December, January.
January. And then we could pick something else.
Okay.
So that'll
Maybe
get us
go into the
through.
Wolf King in March.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll throw something out there and surprise you because I mean,
Mhm.
we usually only do this kind of stuff on Patreon where we plan that far ahead for people. We don't really do it
Yeah.
publicly. So,
And also, we change our minds because 'cause we're like, "We don't feel like reading this anymore."
yeah, so what you hear on this podcast, don't consider it set in stone until you see the artwork come out for it.
Yeah.
Because again, like Casey said, we could change our mind at any moment. And the Patreon people, they get our set in stone plans well before
Mhm,
anyone else. So they know
mhm.
what we're reading, what they need to buy, or what they need to reserve with their library
In
weeks and
advance.
weeks ahead, almost a month usually. So
Yeah.
this is probably the closest we've ever called it for them to start something in in July, which is why, we're recording this much sooner than it'll air. So by the
Mhm,
time you guys hear this on the main feed, we've talked about this 2 weeks ago.
mhm.
So this is partially the reason why I said we have to decide today because I need to share with Patreon today
Yes.
because they need to know. So I think nervous, but I'm excited to see. I mean, that's 4 books. We haven't done 4 books in a long time.
Well, do you wanna stick with Bewitched because you read it? Or
No, I feel like if you like this one better than Bewitched, I'm willing to trust your gut on that.
okay. I love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, you
Yes,
know.
I do know you. Yes, I do.
So,
After a decade,
yeah.
I know you. And yeah, no, it's marking it's a present day kind of thing, she's not a weak 19-year-old girl. She is a badass. Again, I only got 20%, so I don't know the rest of the plot. But so far, like, there is constant movement, there's constant back and forth.
Mhm.
They're bantering, they're torturing each other, like, they're legitimate enemies who hate each other, but
Mhm.
also he's so sexy and he has these amazing abs, and he just walks around naked at one point, and she covers her eyes because she doesn't wanna see that, but she really does wanna see that.
Okay, do we know what he smells like yet? Burnt forest and something else? I don't know.
No, I don't remember a smell yet, but, like, she's just, like, visually, he's so pretty.
Okay,
Yes,
so pretty.
so pretty.
Like,
Also, the rest of the world is dying, and he's spreading disease everywhere he goes.
so I'm guessing he's like K-pop idol pretty. You know how like they look not
No, he's
really
more, like, Nordic,
okay,
like, tall, very tall, very long blonde hair, abs of steel. So Viking, more Viking, but, like,
Viking.
I don't
Mhm.
think he has a lot of beard growth. I don't
Okay.
remember, but yeah.
Viking. Okay, well, I don't really go for blondes, but he could be hot
I don't
enough.
either, but he seems He seems to be it. And
Yeah.
also, I know we had talked about this off the podcast a while ago, and you said how you wanted like the old school series where each book was a different couple. I am 90% certain that's the way this series goes. So I think
Mhm.
that'll help us. So if we don't like this couple, book two should be better with a different couple.
Yeah, because then they go on to the next,
The war, I think
horseman.
is the next horseman.
Let's look. Yeah,
Yeah,
war and then famine and then death is
death.
last. Gotta finish it with death.
Gotta finish it with death.
He's probably the hottest too.
Probably. I would hope so. Death should always be the hottest. But yeah, like I
Yeah.
think this will appease everything we want,
Mhm.
and I hope I'm not putting too much on this series.
You know what? I don't know. If you did, we'll find out, and we'll be like, "Oops,
And like,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, our bad." But you know what? I think, we did a lot of research here, more than we
Mhm.
have in a while,
Yes.
and I think it's gonna pay off. I mean, honestly, I'm just impressed that we didn't have anything that we outright did not like in this set.
Yeah, usually there's something where we're like, "Oh my god, I hate this, I hate that." But no, this time we were like, everything is decent. Everything is solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited that we have 2, I think, solid, fully accessible options this for the
Mhm.
rest of this year, and yeah, I'm excited that I don't have to think about this again until fall when we look at next year.
Next year problem. We're
Yes,
good.
that's a next year, that's a Thanksgiving time problem, like, "Oh, shit, we gotta decide what we're doing in February." Yeah, who would know we have to plan this far in advance, but we do.
Mhm. We do. We try
Yeah,
to.
mhm. Alright, I think that's it.
I
Anything
think that's
else?
it.
Okay, well, this has been a fun episode, and we hope you guys like this different type of episode.
Mhm.
Like Casey mentioned earlier, we sort of usually reserve this for like the after show, so you kind of got a peek at what we do in the after show, but we leveled up because we actually read more books.
Mhm. And the after
And
show, we're just scrolling through Goodreads and Amazon,
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at covers.
Yeah, in our book club this month, it's kind of a pick your own adventure type
Mhm.
meeting. So everyone's assignment is to read whatever fantasy romance or romantasy you're into and come and tell us about it. I'm going to share a little bit about what I read. Not I'm going to keep
Mhm.
it spoiler free for them too unless they don't care. And then Casey's going to share a little bit of what she read too so they can get a little
Mhm.
glimpse of what's ahead, and we'll hear from the group and see what they bring to the table. I'm really excited to see what everyone picked.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, because we might have some more things we can add to our list
Mhm.
after that.
That's the best part about book club, is
Yeah.
listening to what everybody else is reading and going like, "Oh, that sounds really good. I wanna read that now."
Mhm. Yeah, so if you're new to the group, you haven't been in there long, or if you'd like to join us over on the Book Clubs app, do it now. Join us now. It's a great low barrier to entry way to come to book club meeting and meet
Mhm.
people and meet us and just hang out. And you're listening to this podcast, so we know you're reading something. So yeah, join us over there. Thank you so much for listening to this entire episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, keep your TBR high and your spoilers tagged. See you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Did you enjoy today's episode? If so, please head over to Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave a positive 5-star review. It's a simple action that makes a big difference. You can also like this episode on your favorite podcast player or share it with your fellow bookworm friends on social media. Joining the Shelf Addiction Patreon family is another way to support us. For as little as $2 a month, you can help our team create even more amazing bookish content. If Patreon isn't your thing, consider becoming a supporter on the Spreaker app for just $5 a month and gain access to exclusive audio-only content. You can find me everywhere, including Instagram, X, and TikTok under the handle Shelf Addiction. Join our book club of the same name on the book club's website and app, where we discuss all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. Thanks for tuning in.